Hello everyone, my name is Kayla and I'm going to be showing you my favorite books from 2022. First up, we have My Perfect Daughter by Sarah A. Denzel. Okay, to convince you to read this book, I need to read you some of the synopsis. Zoe didn't meet her daughter the way most mothers do. She finds 5-year-old Maddie alone and dirty on a countryside road. Frightened for Maddie's safety, she picks her up and takes her back to her father, not knowing what she's about to step into. Because Maddie wasn't just lost, she was there to lure her serial killer dad's new victim. Now, if that sounds good to you, you definitely need to read this. I have never heard of a synopsis like this before, and if you have, please leave me the book recommendation down in the comments below because I need to read another book like this. I won this in a giveaway on Kindle, and I had to buy the physical copy because it was so good. Made it to my favorites list, of course. Now, I didn't read you the whole synopsis because honestly this book is better if you go into it knowing very little. But the twist in this book, the ending of this book, wow, phenomenal. Please read this. I've never heard anyone talk about this. Next we have Just Like Mother by Anne Heltzel. Okay. I will not be reading you the synopsis of this book because it is long and it is very unnecessary to read that. So basically this is about two girls who grew up in a cult setting where there were mothers who took care of them. They hated men and they wanted everyone to grow up to be a mother. And eventually this cult got disbanded and the girls had to go and live a normal life. So many years later, these two girls, who are now women, they meet up again, and one of them might not have left the culture of their cult behind. I love everything that comes with cults in fiction. They are just so captivating, so different from everyday life that you would normally experience, that is just so interesting to read about. And if you like how that sounds, definitely read this book. Next up we have The Wedding Dress Sewing Circle by Jennifer Ryan. So The Wedding Dress Sewing Circle, this book follows 3 women, and there are 3 different romances in this book. I know, it doesn't look like a romancy book. Traditional romance, no, it does not. But there are 3 romances in this book, and they are so sweet. This is a must-read for anyone that likes a nice and sweet romance, especially if you like books set in wartime eras. All right, here's a popular one. Layla by Colleen Hoover. Maybe not popular, maybe controversial. This book is about a man named Leeds and a woman named Layla who go to stay at the place where they met to rekindle their relationship. And at this place, Leeds runs into a little ghost. And let's just say some romance happens here and there, of course, Colleen Hoover, romance writer. And yeah, the plot twist, incredible. You wouldn't believe it. So in this book, there's flashes back to the past, but it also shows you the present where some suspicious things are going on. I was gonna say sus, but then I said suspicious, but okay. Yeah. Suspicious things are going on in the present and you need to find out what that is. Read this book. Okay, now time for a smutty book. Talk Dirty to Me by Imogen Keeper. Okay. It's not just smut, I swear. The story is so good. It's about a hitman who got sent a hit out on this woman, and he is trying to figure out why, But as he does that, he gets a little bit too close to her. Oh my gosh. It is so good. The story is so good. Okay, I brought this book to read at my sister's graduation, and I am not embarrassed. It's a good read. Read it. I often sleep on YA thrillers, but not this one. This is The Mary Shelley Club by Goldie Moldavsky. This book is about a bunch of teenagers in high school who are in a club, and they conduct fear tests on their peers. They use their peers' deepest and darkest fears in order to scare them. And one day, someone takes it a bit too far. This book is cool. I really like the concept of the fear test because you see each person going through each fear test. It's sort of like a competition plotline, but it's not. But if you like competition plotlines, definitely read this book. Okay, another controversial pick. One of my all-time favorite books I have ever read, and it is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. The way this book is written has my heart. Oh my gosh, he is ambition and strong coffee. I love this book. My brain has blocked out all of the reasons why anyone hates this book. This is one of my top favorite books of the year, for sure. The plot twist is incredible. I actually read something with a similar plot twist to this right before this, and it did not do it as well. This book, stunning, fabulous. Read it, please. I'm begging you. If you have not read it, it's such a quick and easy read. It's literally, come on, where does this book end? It's literally 250 pages. There's no excuse why anyone should not read this book. Everyone should read this book, and you will read this book because it will change your life. Even if you don't like it, it will change your life. But you will like it. Okay, I forgot to say anything about the plot. This is about the Sinclair family. And this family, they have this island that they go to during the summers. And they just spend time as a family, and this group of children get really close, grow up until teenagers, and something weird is going on that the main character is trying to figure out. Things are not how they used to be within this group, for sure. And finally, my favorite book of the year that I have never heard anyone talk about on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, anywhere. It is After the Plague by Imogen Keeper. Finally. The best book I read. I must reread it because I read a lot of books after this. Maybe We Were Liars tops this at this point, but this book is nothing like I've ever seen before. So this book came at a time right after COVID. So COVID hit, and then we get this book about a plague. I love dark things. Give me the darkest things possible. Give me death. This gives me death. This gives me hope. It's about a plague that destroys most of the population of humans. And then it's about these two characters, Frankie and York, who meet up and decide to try to live together through this apocalypse. And let me just tell you, this book has my heart. These characters are everything. And this is the same author that wrote Talk Dirty to Me. Imogen Keeper might be my favorite author. I don't know. If there's one book that I convince you to read from this list, please let it be this one. It is so underhyped because I haven't even heard of it. Please. Please, I'm begging you. So, dropping it. These are all my favorite books from 2022. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me which books from this list you have read and which books you want to read. You definitely will want to read them, right? Oh my gosh, that one's upside down too. Okay, just forget what this looks like and just consider subscribing, consider liking this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.